ऐसे क्यों? ऐसा कुछ विश विश कुछ नहीं करना, खाली खड़े हो गए। अच्छा, गुड आफ्टरनून। आफ्टरनून। 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, trying to recognize the faces were there yesterday. Okay, आ गया। Okay, in the next class, in last class, we have started with metallurgy. Okay, barabar hai na? And I think it was only the discussion part. Hardly few points we have covered. मुझे इतना पता तो कहाँ तक हमने cover किया? Metals, non-metals we have done. That complete part. आ जाओ ना बेटा, आगे बैठ जाओ। है ना फिर समय पास में, आ जाओ आगे। आपका वॉल्यूम, नोटबुक एंड राइटिंग मटेरियल बस, और कुछ मत लाओ। आपको ही मैंने बोला देर ऑल्सो पर्सन बन है इतने सारे बेंचेस खाली करना है आगे आ जाओ चलो बी फास्ट 2 घंटे निकालने होगा प्लीज अच्छा बेटा आगे गर्ल्स एक आगे आ जाओ जरूर After intro, the next part is metals and non-metals. In simple terms, we have identified the difference between metals and non-metals. According to periodic table, if you have done period, I think it is there in 9th standard, right now. So metals, they are present at which end of the periodic table, right, left? तुम्हारा बताओ मेरा नहीं पता. Right, left, according to you. अगर periodic table ऐसे तुम्हारे सामने रखा है. So metals are at extreme right, left, middle, bottom, where they are left hand side. Right now, so all metals are on right hand side, whereas non-metals, where they lie in the periodic table. On the side? Left side of the periodic table. In that also, if you go with the P block element, I think I have told you, informed you about P block element where they are present. नहीं बताया था अभी कुछ तो बोलो सबने दही बना के रखा है मुंह में आप लोगों का मतलब हाँ बेटा इधर हो जाओ क्यों भाई कुछ हाईलाइट करना नहीं है मुझे कल का कुछ हाईलाइट नहीं करना है ना दो को दिखा otherwise names are there in my diary you are aware of something else right now okay so in periodic table metals are present at extreme left whereas non-metals they are present on right hand side another way you might be knowing that periodic table is divided into 4 groups S, P, D and F. S it is present at extreme right, barabar. 2 columns are there, first and second. Then P are at the left hand side. Groups are from 13 to 18. In between, whichever groups columns are there, this all elements they falls under D block element and under that at the bottom 2 series are present. One is for lanthanide, another is for actinide and total 14 elements are there. Okay. Now in P block where the groups are from 13 to 18, it is properly classified as metal, non-metal, whereas metallite they are divided or they are present in the zigzag pattern. Okay, so these things are there. When we are saying metal, the most important property of metal is that they are electropositive. Metal ions are electropositive and how they become electropositive? How they become electropositive? By gain or loss? By loss of electron. It is not gain, it is loss of electron. कुछ पढ़ने के लिए आपको बहुत sacrification करना पड़ता है. So metals they are also playing the same role. They are losing the electron. They are becoming positive, and once they become positive, when they will come in the vicinity of any other electronegative ion, they will form ion. Okay, it is simple. They will form ionic bond. So it depends how many valence electrons are present, how many electrons are required by another atom. In that format, it may be loss of either 1 electron, 2 electron, or 3 electron. But normally, how we are defining valency? It is a number of electrons present in the outermost shell or number of electrons required to complete the stability of the outermost orbit. So these two are the possibilities by which you can define the valency of any atom. One thing we have done for electropositive metals. What about electronegative atoms? Electronegative means ions are electronegative. तो वो कैसे form होते हैं electronegative atoms? By gain of electron, right? By gain of electron. So simple example which is given in our book, it is formation of NaCl molecule, right? Na, this process will continuously go on. एक करना यहाँ पे बैठा है इसके साथ चलेगा ना दो कोई टाइम फर्स्ट कम फर्स्ट सर्व बैग इसमें बैग रखो आज तो वो कुछ बोल नहीं रहा है ऐसा पता नहीं क्यों व्हाट हैपेंड एवरीथिंग इज फाइन ना ब्लैक टी शर्ट सब कुछ ठीक है ना नाम क्या बेटा आपका ओके Na giving Na positive plus 1 electron. Similarly, Cl, it takes that electron, ये वाला electron, to form Cl negative. Now, as per gain and loss, this particular reaction, it is oxidation. Then this one, it is reduction. One part. Another part, if it is undergoing, Na, it is undergoing oxidation. It is reducing agent, whereas Cl, it is oxidizing agent. Till now, we have defined metals and non-metal in the terms of or with reference to the charges only. Right? Hereafter, along with charges, you will consider the type of reaction as well as type of reagent, whether it is oxidizing agent or reducing agent. Okay, these things are very important. So oxidation means what? Oxidation, loss of electron. Reduction, gain of electron. Oxidizing agent, वहां पे देखो ठीक से अच्छे से देखो अगर मैंने गलती की तो मुझे बता दो इट इज रॉन्ग ओके बता दो इट इज राइट रॉन्ग लेट मी नो करेक्ट है फिर से चेक करो oxidation the substance which is undergoing oxidation is playing role of reducing agent right सबने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया ना तो what that oxidizing reducing agent will do ध्यान से reducing agent क्या कर रहा है ऑक्सीडेशन कर रहा है खुद को ऑक्सीडेशन कर रहा है और दूसरे का क्या कर रहा है रिडक्शन कर रहा है it is providing it is giving right now it is giving the electrons. On the other hand, if you are going with the reduction means what? It is gain of electron, but that particular, it may be atom, it may be ion, it may be molecule, because you all are in 10th standard. Okay, you will have many such example in future if you are going by 11th and 12th standard science later आगे जा रहे हो, so there are possibility of having ions. Molecules also, so it may be either your atom, here we have used atom, it may be molecule, it may be ion also, or ion, right now. So what is meaning of reduction? Reduction means gain of electron, and the species which is undergoing reduction, it will act as an oxidizing agent. And what does that particular oxidizing agent will do with other species. ऊपर वाले के साथ में वो क्या कर रहा है? It is making sodium to lose electron. क्योंकि अगर वो सोडियम लॉस नहीं करेगा इलेक्ट्रॉन, Cl will not gain the electron. बराबर है? तो reduction, oxidation. For reduction, it is oxidizing agent. For oxidation, it is reducing agent. These two terms meaning digest it properly and the agent, type of agent. Because hereafter, whenever we will start with actual metallurgy process, you will find these terms again and again. बार बार यही आएगा. It undergo reduction. It is an oxidizing agent. So that time you should not be confused. I will ask you what is meaning of this. Quickly you have to answer. Oxidation, loss of electron. On the other hand, it is a reducing agent. Reduction, gain of electron. On the other hand, it is oxidizing agent. Metals, they are electropositive. This is a first step, first standard. Okay? According to charges, metals are electropositive, non-metals are electronegative. वो directly positive, negative नहीं बन रहे. They are doing loss or gain of electron. Okay? मेटल बेचारा बहुत बोला है, हमेशा सैक्रिफिकेशन करता है, वो पॉजिटिव बन जाता है, उस चक्कर में सब दान में डाल. इलेक्ट्रॉन ले लो, बॉन्ड फॉर्म कर लो, सब कुछ ले लो. Understood? No problem with this particular concept, oxidation, reduction, oxidizing agent and reducing agent. So I don't think you want this thing in writing. Sure enough, but do one thing, write definition for this. Example, with same example you can identify what is oxidation, what is reduction, what is oxidizing agent and reducing agent. That work you can. So write down question. Define. बहुत सारे definitions हैं यहाँ पे. The following terms, सारे terms मैं दे देती हूँ आपको. One by one you can complete it at home. Define the following terms. First one, metal. Second, non-metal. Third, oxidation. Fourth, reduction. Then oxidizing agent and reducing agent. Okay. If you want, with respect to this example, formation of NaCl, you can identify this oxidation, metals, non-metals. It is up to you. Question कैसा है, difficulty level उसका क्या है. Instead of this, they may give you any other reaction and ask you to identify these terms. Okay, but when it comes to metal, it will lose electrons. When it comes to non-metal, it gains the electron. According to that, you can write down the oxidation reduction reaction and go for the further classification. Then next one, it is an activity series of metals. This series, it is very, very important. It is on page number 145. Activity क्या हो गया? अभी ये तो सब लिखना है, हाँ? What happened? Okay, write down activity series of metals. Now here series of elements are given. Okay, simple term में पहले बताती हूँ, then we will go according to points. Series of elements are given. Every time it will be electropositive, electronegative. But in short, the elements which are above hydrogen in this series, they are electropositive, and elements which are below hydrogen, they are electronegative. Just now we have defined the difference of electropositive and electronegativity. Okay, starting from the top, the first one is potassium and the last one is gold. Okay. Now potassium, sodium, potassium. You might have done in class 9 also. They are very reactive. किया है ना? They are this sodium. It is kept in kerosene. ये हो गया था आपका. Sodium it is kept in kerosene. Storing kerosene, and why it is storing kerosene? What is the reason? And what happens when it reacts with water? Answer correct. It reacts with water. What happens? Okay, it is exothermic reaction. You are saying reaction. Reaction means what? Two sides are there, reactor and product. We are saying exothermic, so one of the part of that reaction on product side, it is heat, heat energy. What about the other products? कुछ मिलता है कि खाली heat energy चला जाता है? ये क्वेश्चन मैंने आपको लास्ट टाइम भी बोला था. एक क्वेश्चन किया था क्लास और अदर क्लास. वो पापा लोग का जो नेगेटिव रहता है, it catches fire quickly. What happened? आज आप कुछ बोल ही नहीं रहे हो. घर पे बात हो गया है कि हमारा पिता है सिविल रिजल्ट दिया है टेस्ट करके. So that day you were very active. आज किसने बोला ऐसे थोड़ा थोड़ा सा स्पीकर. You are well ना? बारिश बहुत पहले ठंडा पड़ेगा थी. Okay. So sodium with water, what is that reaction? It was there in 9th standard. हाँ? तो उसने वो बोल दिया it is exothermic reaction. तो explosive it is that much type of explosion. जैसे बड़ा उस पापा तो किडनैप में आग लग जाते हैं क्या? ऐसा होता है. Only that coconut catches fire. It lasts hardly for 5 minutes we will say. बाद में फिर बंद हो जाता है ना. एक्सप्लोजन मतलब सब उड़ जाना चाहिए. ऐसा कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. तो metals with oxygen. Product is reaction between metal and oxygen. Metal oxide. Good. Metal with water. पढ़ा है ना 10th standard में. Metal with acid. 9th में. Metal with acid. Salt and water. This three category you have already done in class 9. Okay, तो इतना सोचना की जरूरत नहीं पड़नी चाहिए. Now where we are? Metal with water. Okay, so metal with water it will form hydroxide. Along with that, heat is formed. Okay, so this heat it turns into fire. और वो बड़ा explosion नहीं होने वाला. थोड़ा 5 मिनट के लिए नजर चल रहे तभी हो जाएगा. I remember when I was there in Sanpada school, so we have done one experiment in class 12. Okay, there one experiment is there sodium metal, alcohol with sodium. Okay, product is sodium alkoxide with hydrogen gas. ये दो product दिखते हैं. So when we put a small piece of sodium in a test tube containing alcohol, bubbles of hydrogen gas they are visible. तो हो गया. It was there hydrogen gas. अभी हमारे से थोड़े से अच्छा that sodium metal was that there in beaker थोड़ा बड़ा piece था उसका. It was kept in kerosene. When we asked Maushi to clean the apparatus, तब हमारा थोड़ा negligence हो गया कि हमने वो beaker को साइड में नहीं रखा. तो मौसी लोग तो आपको पता है ना फटाफट सब करते रहते. उन्होंने सब कुछ डाल दिया से. Along with all chemicals, she discarded that also. और जैसे ही उन्होंने डाला ना उसमें तो सिंक में तो पानी था वो उड़ गया. लेकिन मौसी का लग ऐसा था कि उसके कहीं पे टेस्ट मेरे हाथ में नहीं चला गया. वो इतनी डरी. Next time she said, I will not clean any of the utensils. I said, we are not taking you to our home. You have to clean all apparatus here only. तो मैम ऐसे नहीं वो ऐसा हो गया वैसा नहीं कुछ नहीं. This is happening. Every time it is happening. And why this is happening? Because she was sick. She was not aware of our thing. And in our school, when I was working years ago, it was alternate day for 11th and 12th. Every day we were taking practicals of integrated classes. So बैच chapter, one by chapter, another batch. So that much time interval we are not getting. यहाँ पे रखा है next batch videos. Okay, these are now next batch videos. So this may happen. There are high chances. So in future, if you are working in any of the lab, or if you are doing practicals in lab for class 11, be careful. Sodium metal, it should not be kept open. If it is open, keep it carelessly. Okay, reason already you have learned in class 9 and now we are in class 10. Sodium metal, it is very reactive. It is very reactive. Okay, now so potassium, sodium at the top of the series with respect to hydrogen we are considering. At the end, there is gold. Okay, so whether this gold is reactive, it is reacting with atmospheric oxygen. Yes? Huh? Yes or no? Gold. It is reacting with atmospheric oxygen. अगर react होता तो हम gold ज्वेलरी पहन के निकल जाते थे. कुछ और ही उसका हो गया तो oxide form होता था. Right now, even you are wearing gold earrings. I am also. I am wearing it from last 30 years. Still there is no change. हाँ, because उसका size बहुत छोटा है and like that reason. ऐसा बड़ा भी है but I don't like that. वो अलग, that is different part. But gold, it is not reactive. It is at the bottom of the series. सिर्फ आपको याद रखने के लिए because it is happening. For example, in अभी 10th में तो आपका वाइवा नहीं होगा, 12th में आपका वाइवा हो जाएगा. तो when you will sit for वाइवा, okay, that external will ask you which is your favorite subject. Of course, it is chemistry practical. You will say chemistry. How many topics are there? नहीं भी कुछ भी ऐसा कुछ तो बोलना ही पड़ता है, बच्चों को मुंह खोलना पड़ता है. Whether you have done this experiment, experiment मतलब उनका एक IP रहता है, project रहता है, investigatory project, and student has to perform by the own. For that project, they are working from 11th standard. ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं, all topics are given, but you can go out of that box also. But in that case also, you need to perform in class 10. Okay, तो आप आंसर दोगे yes. Examiner will ask question based on your that particular thing. If you are not able to answer, वो पीछे आ जाएंगे. कहाँ पे? They will come to your theory part. उधर भी कुछ नहीं बोला. They will move to the practical part. This experiment which you are that time you were doing. Okay, उसमें से भी कुछ नहीं आया. कुछ भी नहीं आया. उधर भी कुछ नहीं, इधर भी कुछ नहीं, इधर भी कुछ नहीं. अभी for example, if I am sitting for the viva, मुझे कुछ आंसर करना नहीं आया. Okay, but I will be there in my uniform. With my gold earrings, बराबर है ना? With my rings and everything. हाँ, normal girls are doing that. तो मैं भी वही सब करूँगी ना जो सब लोग करते हैं वो. Then that examiner will come on that external feature. भाई, this thing you are using, this, what is that? It is metal, non-metal. If you are wearing any diamond ring, what is this? Understood? So you have to be prepared with all the parts. इसलिए मैंने gold वाला, earrings वाला मेरा का example. Just still there is no change from last 30 years. Okay, and even yesterday you saw me now. I was without this. I was with this. I have covered my head. Yesterday it was open now. तो ऐसा काला पीला कुछ दिख रहा था, खाली पीला ही दिख रहा था. कि कुछ नहीं देखा ही नहीं. You were completely involved in that conversation. Okay, anyways. So remember, gold, it is not reactive. It is at the bottom of the series. Okay. Then the next thing which is given, if you have elements, the above hydrogen, the elements which are there, they are very reactive. Below hydrogen, they are less reactive. So if you are doing any of the reaction, that electropositive will displace the electronegative. Okay. ये उल्टा करके same sentence it is given with different term also, but meaning is a one and the same. Positive will displace negative. More reactive will displace less reactive. That reaction it will be displacement reaction. Every time we have to take reference of hydrogen. And reactivity series you have to learn it by heart. If you are not able to remember, again I will say, make one chart. Only few elements are there, but you can have reasoning type of question based on this series. Understood? Basic is what? That series, top, bottom, hydrogen reference, positive, negative, upper will display lower and it will be displacement reaction. कितना याद रहेगा? More reactive, less reactive कौन है? सोडियम पोटेशियम एंड एट बॉटम गोल्ड. कुछ याद नहीं आ रहा तो एक नारियल लेके आ जाना. ओके एंड रिमेंबर दैट एग्जांपल ऑफ दैट कोकोनट. चलो और कोकोनट वाला इट शुड बी ड्राई कोकोनट. तो गीला वाला कोकोनट में हाँ वो चीज आता ही है कि वो लोग करते क्या है मैं वो भी बता देती हूँ आपको. वो जो ड्राई वाला कोकोनट रहता है उसके ऊपर वो पूरा उसका हेयर रहता है फिर इंसर्ट सोडियम एंड व्हेन was attendance you all have the sex was so they put that sodium metal inside and when they ask you when somebody goes there now they sprinkle water तो जैसे पानी डालोगे एक्सप्लोजन. ओके तो वहां पे रिएक्शन होती है. और एक चीज भी आपने नोटिस किया रहेगा लेमन को कट करके राइट ना उसका जो लेमन का जो जूस रहता है it comes pink. That you have noticed. कभी नहीं देखा चैनल में कभी बाबा देखा चला चला. So this question चला. Okay देखा. Reactivity C. Activity series put oblique and write down reactivity series meaning is one and the same. Write down all elements vertically. In our book they are given horizontally. The arrangement of elements in the decreasing order of reactivity and underline that term decreasing order of reactivity. From top to bottom reactivity decreases and from bottom to top. From top to bottom, reactivity decreases. From bottom to top, it increases. So, देखो, in which sequence we are writing answer. Follow any one of the sequence, either top to bottom or bottom to top. Okay. So, if you are writing from top to bottom, हमको पता है at top potassium, sodium. These two elements are there and they are reactive, whereas in bottom gold is there which is not reactive. So from top to bottom reactivity decreases. Underline here. Reactivity, order of reactivity in the form of the series is called activity or page number 145 last line. 145 last line. Arrangement of metals in a decreasing order of their reactivity in the form of series is called activity or reactivity series of the metal. Thus, the most reactive metal is potassium and place potassium and place at the top of the list list at the top of the list and the least active metal is gold. Least active metal is gold, which is placed at the bottom of series. At the bottom of series. After Cu, next one is Hg, then Ag, Pt and Ag. Please write it vertically. Huh? K, Na, Ca, Mg, Al, Zn, Fe, Pp. Then comes हाइड्रोजन CuHgHe Pt and Ag। आपको सबके नाम पता है ना? नाम पता है ना सबके? इसका एक छोटा सा चार्ट बना दो and every day take 1 to 2 doses, not more than that, for quick and quick recovery। हो गया? चलो then write hydrogen is non-metal and has been placed in the series because it can form positive ion would stop. It would occupy the position based on its formation, occupy the position, same concept given here, बेटा same concept given here, basic concept जो मैं डिक्टेट कराती हूँ तो कौन सा same sequence is different or in different terms they are different. Sequence based on its formation of positive ion. I think last time we have discussed about hydrogen positive, why it is positive. तो वो बताने की जरूरत नहीं है ना, it is forming ammonia ion. Okay, and that particular bond it is coordinate covalent bond. Okay, then next one. Now this is a series. In short, hardly 2 points are given, which is more reactive, which is less reactive by hydrogen. We have to consider positive. Example is not given here, but we know of the example and how it is positive, which bond is formed with a positive hydrogen. That thing I have already explained. Now let us go for the main points of the series. So, क्या मैंने आपको बताया था, मुझे शॉर्ट में बता दोगे before we start with this main points. शॉर्ट में बता, एकदम शॉर्ट में, हाँ, give 2 sentences or 3 sentences we also do regarding this series. Same thing we have to put in points. Metals, non-metals के बारे में बताया था कुछ, something I said related to the type of reaction, right ना? और क्या बताया था? कुछ भी नहीं बताया था. Third bench, second bench, कुछ भी नहीं बताया था. कुछ तो बोलो. Last time you were not there, na? But whether we have discussed that point last time or now I have told. अभी तो मैंने बताया, last time कब बताया? अभी have not started also last time. अभी जो मैं यहाँ पे बड़बड़ कर रही थी ना, sodium metal, why it is kept in kerosene, one experiment experience I have shared, वो मैं पूछ रही हूँ. Last time वाला में कुछ, मुझे जो last time का सिर्फ सीरियस है, I remember only one thing. That boy he was smiling, he was talking, he was conversing with me. But today he is on silent mode. Only that thing I remember. बाकी तो मुझे कुछ नहीं याद, पता नहीं. बाकी all faces are good. I am happy. I don't know about you. चलो बता दो. कुछ तो बताओ. This series you have already taken. देखो first, last. लिखा? आपने भी लिखा है ना? तो आप क्या बोल सकते हो? If somebody gives you this series or talk for 2 minutes, talk about this series, what you will say about this series? All elements are reactive, all are metal, all are non-metal. Which reaction they are undergoing? Which element we discuss? Which element? फटाफट आंसर दो, रैपिड फायर. चलो, be fast. कुछ नहीं, पूरा हवा निकल गया. What is this? जो मैंने बोला था in short ना, वही मुझे बताना है. आप बोल बेटा, please help me. They are not regular. मैं किसी को खाने वाली नहीं हूँ. Okay, no doubt every day I carry 4 tiffin. Along with that, after school I went home. I took a two doses more of food. Again here I took 1 cup of tea with few biscuits. तो मैं किसी को खाने वाली नहीं. Even if you are going wrong now, I will let you know what is the correct. But you need to open your mouth. About disease. Metals above hydrogen metal sulfates. So above or below hydrogen, they are also metals. देखो copper है ना. So metals which are present above hydrogen, they will display the metals which are below hydrogen. This thing. What about the reactivity? Which elements are more reactive? Reactivity order you have written now. It is decreasing, increasing from top, bottom. What is that? It is decreasing from top to bottom. Reverse तो मैंने आपको बताया था with respect to gold. Right now, displacement का with reaction you will understand which type of reaction it is. So write down the first point. First point, electropositive character. ये मैंने आपको पॉइंट का एक पार्ट मैंने आपको बताया है. हाँ, रिमेनिंग पार्ट विदाउट लुकिंग इन योर वॉल्यूम कंप्लीट द रिमेनिंग पार्ट. हाँ, प्लीज डोंट लुक इन योर वॉल्यूम, कंप्लीट द रिमेनिंग पार्ट. So the first part is electropositive character. This electropositive character, whether it decreases, increases, it decreases from top to bottom. Electropositive character decreases with respect to oxidation. With respect to oxidation, the elements which are present at the top, they will undergo oxidation or reduction. With respect to reaction class, please listen to the question carefully and answer me. Here we are writing electropositive character decreases from top to bottom. Okay, electropositive, it comes under which type of reaction? तो बताया था ना, मैंने बताया था चार्जेस बताया थे, टाइप बताया था ना, और लास्ट में एजेंट बताया था. So it comes under oxidation. So हम if we are saying electropositive character decreases, means oxidizing power it decreases or increases? Oxidizing power it decreases or in power? It decreases or increases? मार खाएंगे, कुछ भी आंसर बोलेंगे तो आप सच में मार खाएंगे. ऑक्सीडेशन डिक्रीजेस ना, तो क्या है? डिक्रीजेस ना और इंक्रीजेस. ऑक्सीडेशन पावर फ्रॉम टॉप टू बॉटम. ऑक्सीडाइजिंग पावर इज व्हाट? गिविंग और टेकिंग? गिविंग. अगर हम बोल रहे हैं उसका इलेक्ट्रोपॉजिटिव पावर कम हो रहा है, मतलब इलेक्ट्रॉन लेने का जो कैपेसिटी है, समझ में आया? इतना क्यों सोचना पड़ा? इसलिए मैंने तभी आपको 10 बार बोला था, अच्छे से देखो, इसको समझो. दिस टर्म्स विल कम अगेन एंड अगेन. Understood now when we are saying it is electropositive? Okay, power of giving electron, that power it is decreasing. This means oxidizing power decrease. समझा? अभी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है ना? Complete the sentence. Electropositive character decreases on moving down the seams. Done? वो थोड़ा वॉल्यूम को आपका बंद करके रखो, थोड़ा सा बंद करना, उसको पेंसिल पेंसिल डाल के रखो. इवन क्लोज योर, because you have to complete the remaining part of the sentence. Then next one, second. the reducing power of the metal, reducing power of the metals decreases on moving down the series. Hence, potassium is the strongest put dash इस पे आपको आंसर लिखना है dash agent. Hence, potassium is dash agent. Okay. Three things I have told: charges, reaction, and type. जो डिस्कस किया था, as per that discussion and what I have written on the board, potassium it is dash agent. Options are oxidizing or reducing. ऑक्सीडाइजिंग और अच्छा यहां से किसी ने आंसर दिया है माय गॉड मैंने तो उधर दिया ओके पोटेशियम इट इज ऑक्सीडाइजिंग और रिड्यूसिंग it is reducing agent because at top again we have only the metal which are undergoing oxidation, right? So on that dash write down your answer, reducing agent. Then next one, Priyanshi Sharma. Next one, metals above hydrogen may display hydrogen. Now from here, be careful. Whatever you are writing, be careful. Metals above hydrogen may display hydrogen from water. This is one reaction. Okay, metal with water. बराबर है? So metal with water you have already done in class 9. What are the products? तो जरा मुंह से बाहर निकलने दे. मैं नेक्स्ट टाइम आपके पेरेंट्स को बता दूंगी थोड़ा इसको ज्यादा खाना देना. वो ऐसा ओनली लिपिंग शी इज डूइंग. Metal with water products are
metal oxide plus hydrogen.
मेटल फिर से रिपीट करो बेटा.
metal oxide hydrogen.
ओके मेटल ऑक्साइड एंड हाइड्रोजन गैस. देखो और तुम लोग देखो ऑनलाइन शी इज वेरी स्मार्ट, शी इज आंसरिंग. यहाँ पे सब लगा के बैठ के. ओके सो इफ इट इज अ रिएक्शन बिटवीन मेटल एंड वाटर प्रोडक्ट्स आर मेटल हाइड्रोक्साइड एंड हाइड्रोजन गैस. ओके हमको रिएक्शन किसके साथ करनी है? मेटल विथ वाटर. ओके बट आगे लिखो and from dilute acids but the metal below hydrogen cannot. Metal below hydrogen cannot. Okay, अभी ध्यान से इसके ऊपर अच्छे से put light. I will give you the reaction, but half part I will give. Only the reactant part. Okay, with reference to this explanation, you have to complete the remaining part. Okay, everyone, please keep your volume textbook aside. Sub side mein rakho for time being. Keep everything aside. Two things are there in this point. First, reaction of metal with water and with acid. Okay, with metal and acid you will get salt and hydrogen gas. Next thing, और एक पॉइंट उसने आगे दिया है. क्या बोला है? If the element, if it is below hydrogen, whether that reaction will be completed, whether hydrogen will be displayed. Yes or no? अगर हाइड्रोजन के ऊपर वाला मेटल है सीरी में, if you are doing reaction with any of this element, they are placed hydrogen, so hydrogen of water it will be displayed hydrogen of acid, it will be displaced. But if you are doing reaction with this metals with either water or with acid, it will displace. No. Okay. Reaction ka half of the part I am giving you without copying here and there. Just go through the explanation and complete the remaining part. Series is here. मैंने नहीं रब करना है उसको. First one is you will balance a reaction. You मुझे वो भी करना पड़ेगा. Half part में मैं balance वाला part दूँ या just the main thing. You will balance it. Okay. Good. First is Na with H2O, then Zn with HCl, and it is dilute. Complete this and balance this. Huh? Next is Cu with again water and Cu with dilute HCl. Just read the explanation which you have written. According to that, complete the product side and balance that reaction. For the compulsory section, you can have question anyhow. It can be out of the two textbooks which you are using, Sabina, Dalal. So be careful with other reference material also. You can take reference of this series. You can read that statement which we have written about these reactions, and according to that, write down product side, complete product side, and balance the given reaction. Balance करो Icse. अपने types of the reaction किया है, I think 9th standard. While writing the reaction, we are giving many presentations. From that, one of the presentation is this arrow, which is pointing towards product side, right? Again, two arrows we are using. One is upward arrow, another is downward arrow. What does this arrow indicate? Upward and downward. ये मैं क्वेश्चन इससे पूछ रही हूँ कि यहाँ पे ऐसे है इस एक एरो का यूज करना है आज तो नहीं किया इतना कचरा नहीं करने का जस्ट वन लाइन ओके डोंट वेस्ट योर टाइम इन फाइनेंस डन first ventures completed with all four reactions. Boys side. Okay, beta. This side, girls. How many of you have completed all four reactions? Only one hand, two hands. 3, 4. Girls. This side, boys. All four. Very good. Balancing भी कर लिया है. Arrow. Upward, downward, what does it indicate? Forward, and downward. Precipitation. Advances or gas. So let's go for answer. Okay, now. ये क्या चीज है? जो आपके हिसाब से बैठा उससे बोला है कि एक किसी गैस तो उतना अपवर्ड आएगा whether that hydrogen with escape as H positive H ऐसे जाएगा hydrogen तो इस गड़बड़ हो गया है ना कुछ मिस्टेक है ना उसमें क्या है? That will depend on. Okay. Balancing, it is very important part. Huh? याद रखो. With balancing, we are writing proper formula of the compound. That compound is existing in that formula only. For example, if you are writing ZnCl, one compound, another possibility ZnCl2, next possibility Zn2Cl. You think it is correct? Okay, you have written the salt, but whether this all three are forming, this all three products are formed, it is correct way of writing. Somewhere you have made mistake in balancing that reaction. और अगर आपको फिर भी ऐसा लगता है कि नहीं मेरा बैलेंस है यही कंपाउंड आना चाहिए ये करेक्ट है ओके तो whether that compound is really existing केमिस्ट्री इज इतना भी इमेजिनरी नहीं ओके इसलिए बैलेंसिंग वाला कंसेप्ट इट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट ये लिखने आपको इसके लिए बोला था क्योंकि मुझे भी चेक करना था whether you are aware of writing the reactions properly because you may have this reaction also complete half of the part okay जैसे मैंने किया है और in between they will skip any of the reactant and product and ask you to complete it or they will ask you to write down reaction with either water, either acid, anything can happen. So prepare from all sides. कि ऐसा भी क्वेश्चन हो सकता है it can be in this way also they will try to make the simple thing more and more difficult because you know na if you are skipping any of the question your marks are deducted समझ में आया तो इतना इजीली मत लेना let us check the answer one by one now here this reactions half of the part reactant side which is unbalanced now I will start from the left hand side reactant side with the balanced state of reactant as well as product जिस किसी ने reaction लिखा है you can check your answer अभी के अभी सब हो जाएगा दूध का दूध पानी का पानी where you are lagging behind Understood now? Quickly take pencil and check your answer. The first one, it is 2Na plus 2H2O giving 2NaOH plus H2 gas. H2 gas, either you write G or normally it is represented by upward arrow. Then next one, now first thing, sodium, where it is present in the series, top or bottom, top above hydrogen or below hydrogen. Okay, element above hydrogen, they will display hydrogen. Right now, next one, Zn plus HCl, dilute HCl it is giving ZnCl2 plus hydro. Don't do any correction. And if you are doing correction, do it by pencil or any other color pen. उससे ही मत करना. Otherwise, next time sit with red pen. Zn plus HCl giving ZnCl2 plus H2 gas. हो गया? Done. How many have got right answer for this one? 1, 2. अच्छा ऐसा आधा आधा मैं क्या मीन निकालूं in chemistry we are not doing average or mean not for your same point answer ZnCl2 plus H2 gas then the next one again Zn is present above or below hydrogen so it will replace hydrogen first reaction it is with water and second with acid. Okay, आपका break है 5 minutes का वो मैं नहीं खा सकती ना मैंने पहले कमिटमेंट किया है I had this so you have your 5 minutes break then we will have next thing इधर ही बुक रखा है ना
हाँ
Yes, it. कभी ज्यादा नहीं अच्छा लगता डाइजेस्ट नहीं होता अच्छा ऐसा करिए इंटरफेयर कम बैक जैसे बैठे थे वैसे ही बैठना है अदरवाइज आई विल नॉट टेक दिस क्लास आप न्यू अभी ज्वाइन किया है बोथ ऑफ यू अटेंडेंस देकर आए हो बाहर से? और ऑल्सो कितना हो गया टोटल? 1 and 2 स्टूडेंट्स हैं। ओके, मेरे साथ डिस्कशन करना है। आई एम वेटिंग somebody will discuss this points with me. Okay, I think we have done with 2 reactions, sodium and zinc. Understood now? Any doubt in these 2 reactions? मुझसे बोलो। Let the carbon dioxide go out. Open your mouth. हाइड्रोजन बॉडी में रह जाएगा, गैस तो एक्सप्लोजन होता है, और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड हो जाएगा तो हमारा रेजिनेस का लेवल बढ़ जाता है। नाउ यू डिसाइड, यू वांट हाइड्रोजन गैस, ऑक्सीजन, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड गैस, और नो गैस इन योर बॉडी। ओके, चलो। Now the next one, it is reaction of metal copper with water and HCl. Now in that series where copper is present below, so whether it will display hydrogen of the other reactor? No. So in that case, what will be the product? Reaction will happen? No reaction. बराबर है ना? No reaction is taking place. So just write down no reaction for both of that reaction. Now from this, it is clear that if you are doing reaction of metal with either water or dilute HCl, then possibility क्या क्या होने वाला है? Reaction will happen. Reaction will not happen. It is based on what? It is based on what? Reactivity series. So the metals which are above hydrogen, what they are going to do? Displace hydrogen of water and HCl. Elements which are present below, they will displace? No. So in that case, no reaction. So in paper, if you have any of such reaction with any other metal, यहाँ पे तो हमने दो एग्जांपल लिए हैं ना, सोडियम एंड जिंक, कोई और मेटल का भी रहेगा तो यू जस्ट चेक दैट सीरीज whether it is above or below. According to that, complete that reaction with respect to balancing and the product which you are writing. Now here it is not any imaginary product. याद रखो, don't go with any imaginary product. Whatever is the answer, be careful. And I don't think they will ask out of your syllabus. में से पूछेंगे because we all are aware you are having a huge syllabus. So next one, next point. Any metal higher up in the series, any metal higher up in the series displaces any metal below from the salt solution of the letter LATTER from the letter. अभी इसका थोड़ा मुझे मीनिंग बता दे. Read it and tell me the meaning. Meaning is very simple, huh? Just read it carefully. बेटा मैंने रीड करने के लिए बोला है. Where is your book? बंद क्यों है वो? हाँ, ओके, लिख दिया, बट मैंने पढ़ने बोला है उसको. जो लिख दिया उसको रीड करने बोला है. ओके, व्हाट इज मीनिंग ऑफ दैट?
Is the reactivity series with displaced metals which are below them. So for example, if I take zinc and iron, since zinc is above iron, in a salt solution where the salt, the cation is of say the metal iron, then zinc in its active form, being more active than iron, will replace that in an iron.
तो उसके कान में क्या कुछ कुछ है, तो उसके यही सब बता रहे थे. उसको रहने दो थोड़ा नहीं बेटा क्या बोला वो मुझे नहीं समझ क्यों तू क्यों पूछ रहा था मैंने ना लास्ट टाइम एक क्लास में बोला था कि इस पे ही ले otherwise my complete package envelope will go in his and I don't want that समझ में आया ना रीड करने इसलिए बोला है टू डाइजेस्ट इट प्रॉपरली okay now from his explanation it is clear that metals which are above in the series will display the metal which is lower in the series but one condition is given that lower metal it should be in the salt okay it is not in free form it is in salt
The one which will replace has to be the form and the one which is lower.
lower so lower wala it is in salt form yeah first one it is in salt form lower one it is in salt form तो वही मैं बोल रही हूँ ना अभी डिस्प्लेस करना है लोअर वाला इट इज इन सॉल्ट फॉर्म राइट lower one it is in salt form so the new compound is formed again salt is formed so this salt it is with the reactive element right now same thing now understood this side you will have a metal with a salt of less reactive element when you are displacing that salt metal of the salt it is having lower reactivity so on the product side whichever salt you will get again you will get salt na तो वो जो salt रहेगा it is with metal जिसको admit करना है with higher reactivity example write down example CuSO4 कंप्लीट करना है आपको रिएक्शन CuSO4 and sorry plus Za first you complete this reaction then we will discuss CuSO4 plus Za पहले कंप्लीट करो इसको very simple and easy reaction what happened otherwise come and sit here come. It's okay. Last thing. नोटबुक है ना आपके पास में आप लिख रहे हो ना okay now reaction is in between this reaction is in between दिखे ना रिएक्टेंट कौन कौन है कॉल सल्फेट एंड जिंक प्रोडक्ट इज जिंक सल्फेट एंड कॉपर हो गया both side you have completed now on the reactant side we have copper sulfate one reactant zinc is another reactant among these two metals we have one is in salt form other is in free form बराबर है तो copper sulfate where it is present above zinc or below zinc this is the reason why we are displacing it by zinc बराबर है ना on product side again we have two things copper zinc sulfate and copper बराबर है ना zinc sulfate zinc it is reactive it is above copper so this can be done on both side we have salt but the reactant side the salt which we have the metal it is less reactive इतना याद रखना और फिर से मैं रिपीट कर रही हूँ यू कैन हैव क्वेश्चन इन एनी फॉर्म सिंपल थिंग्स कैन बी मेड डिफिकल्ट बाय आस्किंग क्वेश्चन इन ट्विस्ट एंड टर्न देन नेक्स्ट वन इन सेम पॉइंट राइट नाउ the larger the difference in the positions the larger the difference in the positions of the metals in the series more rapidly does 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 the displacement occur okay What is given? Larger the difference in the position. Okay, reaction will be more rapid. The simple reason is that if you have two atoms which are closely associated, or for example closely placed, consequently placed, they will not have much of electropositivity difference. बराबर है ना? But if you go with some gaps, एक यहाँ पर एक चौथा वाला आपने ले लिया, पांचवा वाला ले लिया, तो there will be the big difference in the electropositivity. So if you are doing such reaction, then it will be faster. For example, simple वाला बोल रही हूँ मैं. If you take potassium and sodium, we know both are reactive. Okay, दोनों का reaction अगर आप if you are trying for displacement reaction, so will it be very rapid or slow? If for example, if you are trying to displace potassium by calcium, कैसे होगा? Okay, with zinc, potassium with zinc. देखो ना सीरीज देखो ना क्लीन कर दी. पोटेशियम विद जिंक फास्टर. समझ में आया? सी potassium with calcium, only sodium is present. So in that case, it will be little bit slow reaction if you are trying for displacement. If you are doing potassium with zinc or with Fe, it will be the faster reaction. ये उसको बोलना था. हो सकता है मैंने जो एग्जांपल दिया रहेगा आप बोलोगे ये पॉजिटिव है ये भी पॉजिटिव है. How it is happening? मुझे सिर्फ बताना था that this is a possibility if you take closely associated element and try to carry out the displacement reaction, then it will be slow. But if you take with a difference in the position, it will be the faster reaction. Then next one, write down. इसको जरा ऐसे IMP वगैरह करके लिखना because this particular thing you are learning from 9th standard, huh? Reaction of metals with oxygen. Write down oxides of metals. Oxides of metals. Metal form oxide with metal oxide का formula क्या है? Metal oxide MO. बराबर ना? So for that we have to carry out the reaction of metals with किसके साथ में वो मिलेगा? Oxygen के साथ. बराबर है ना? So metal oxides, sorry, oxides of metals like potassium, sodium, calcium, sorry, symbol होता है ना? K, Na, Ca, Mg and Al cannot be reduced. Underline this. Cannot be reduced. You know what is meaning of reduce. Okay. By common reducing agents like H2, CO, carbon monoxide, or C. Both alphabets are capital C and O, or C. Okay. So metals of this, oxide of these metals, they cannot be reduced by common reducing agent. So मतलब क्या? They cannot be reduced by common reducing agent. And reducing agents they are given. These three agents H2, CO and C. उसको भी underline करो. Metallurgy में you have to use this reducing agents. Underline it properly. So if you are doing metallurgical process, उसमें अगर if you have to obtain only metal, but that metal it is in oxide state. ये वाले metals if they are in oxide state, can we use this reducing agents? No. What is meaning of reducing agent? From those examples, you can answer me. Examples you have already written. K, Na, Ca. उनका नेचर क्या है? With respect to charge, with respect to the type of reaction, with respect to agent, it is given. Huh? Losing of electron. Very good. Potassium, sodium, they are electropositive ना. So reducing agent हमने वहां पे देखा था. याद आया? Oxidation reducing agent. याद आ गया? This side boys. आपसे पूछ रही हूँ. याद आया? पक्का कि मुझे डायरी लेके बैठना पड़ेगा to find out name. No ना? Sure? Next point. Okay. Then next one. Please mark somewhere. This is an important statement which you have to use for metallurgical process. Huh? Then next one. उसमें ही है ये part. Metal oxide below aluminium can be reduced. For the previous we have written cannot be reduced. Here we are writing can be reduced by heating in presence of reducing agent. Okay. So abhi here question is for metal oxide of KNaCaMgAl. For them we cannot use H2, CO or C. But the metals which are below Al, for them we can use this reducing agent. For this element can we use reducing agent? Which are those elements present below Al? Just go through that series. Which are those elements which are present below Al? Zn, Fe, Pp, H, Cu, Hg, Pt, Au. Reactivity तो हमको पता है. Okay, हमको we are aware that gold and platinum they are not going to react. किसका reaction करना है that also we know. But which reducing agent can be used for those elements? Three things are there. First one, कौन सा first reducing agent? Hydrogen gas. Okay, and this method is very simple. Here, in terms of electrons, we are defining oxidation, loss of electron, reduction, gain of electron. Right now, यही हमने define किया है ना. But if you go in terms of hydrogen and oxygen, reduction it is gain of hydrogen, oxidation it is loss of oxygen. Reduction gain of hydrogen, oxidation it is gain of oxygen. Reduction hydrogen, oxidation oxygen. Addition होगा. Okay. Again I am repeating. Reduction it is gain of hydrogen and loss of oxygen. And oxidation gain of oxygen and loss of hydrogen. So in two ways you can define it. Reduction, oxidation either in terms of electron or in terms of oxygen and hydrogen. Electron wala concept it is clear na? No doubt na? Sure? Let us see in metallurgy, actual metallurgy. So write down reducing agents that same हाँ ऊपर वाले जो हमने नहीं हम use कर सकते those we can use for elements below Al. So this reducing agents are H2, CO or C. दिखा है शायद और ये वाला भी point हो गया क्या metal below 100. This one also we have completed. Now we have to write reaction ZNO plus C. आप कंप्लीट करोगे रिएक्शन. ZNO plus C. First reaction. Second PbO plus CO. And third one PbO plus H2. Please book को मत खोलना. Try to write by your own. You can, if you are not sure, use pencil. Once it is done, I will tell the answer. Correct it. आपको पता चलेगा where you are making mistake. With all three reducing agent, we are doing the reaction. CCO and H2. Reactions are very simple. ज्यादा कष्ट लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. देख के भी समझ में आता है. Metal everywhere is getting separated, so it can be used for metallurgy. Understood ना? ये आपको मैंने previous point में ही बताया था कि these are the reducing agent which we have to use for metallurgical process. Okay, everywhere metal is separated on the product side. You all have completed this reaction. हो गया? All three completed. So the first one ZnO with C product is, two products are there, Zn plus CO. Okay, carbon monoxide is separated along with zinc. So this process can be used in metallurgy. Metal is separated. You will get pure metal by using this particular reducing agent. Second one, PbO plus CO. This is second reducing agent. Again, the products are Pb with CO2 gas. Okay, Pb metal, it is separated here. Then the third one, again, PbO with hydrogen. Products are Pb plus H2O. Again, metal is separated. Now, in the last one, it is given Pb plus H2. So, it will be in the soluble state or insoluble state. Metals are soluble in water. Metals are soluble in water. I don't. मैं आपसे पूछ रही हूँ, metals are soluble. पक्का ना? नहीं तो कल मेरा बॉल भी डिसॉल्व हो जाएगा. Metals are not soluble in water. बराबर है ना? देखो ना, इसमें से कुछ भी आप डाल दो पानी में, whether it is dissolving. समझा? सिंपल आंसर है. बारिश में भीगने के बाद में पूरा बह के चला जाता था. ये है ना, see, everything, whichever example I am giving now, I used to connect it with something. Okay, in case during paper, it may happen, there are high chances of forgetting the thing. या तो पेपर देख के बच्चे इतने डर जाते हैं, otherwise they go on the excitement state, and जब excited state पे रहते हो ना, energy level is very high. So in chemistry, we are doing reaction mechanism. Three states are there: reactor, activation state, and product. Energy at different state. So activation state is a state of higher energy. और ज्यादा एनर्जी पे हम लोग स्टेबल नहीं होते. ऐसा दिमाग खराब हो जाए तो एक्स्ट्रा एनर्जी इज लॉस, एंड वॉट एवर द कॉम्प्लेक्स इज देयर ना, इट इज गेटिंग कन्वर्टेड इनटू प्रोडक्ट. So these things are happening. If you relate the things which are given in your book, either with your daily life, or you relate it with anything which is simple, easy to remember, to reproduce, it will be better. Because you cannot do rectification of this complete book. It is not at all easy. कोई नहीं कर सकता. मैं भी नहीं कर सकती. So please, rectification में मत जाओ. Try to relate it. First, understand it. Digest it, relate it, then only you will remember. And one more activity you have to do, whatever things which are covering today, आज घर पे जाओ, fresh हो जाओ, before you go to your bed, just note down. ज्यादा जितना भी आता है, if you remember one point also ना, it will also go. Okay, just note it down कि आपने आज क्या क्या पढ़ा. I don't think hardly few students will remember that complete series. Okay, जबरदस्ती नहीं है, but metals, non-metals you are studying from 9th standard. Few characters you can write down. Few example you can give. कुछ नहीं याद आया तो मैंने जो 3 वाला बताया है ना, metallurgy में these three reducing agents are used. Okay, look at my fingers. How many? Three. Okay, so which are those three reducing agents? Hydrogen gas, carbon monoxide, and carbon. Okay, we have to carry out reaction of metal or metal oxide. Metal or metal oxide. These three reducing agents are treated with metal oxide or metals. Metal oxide and metals are set free. समझ में आया? तो ये याद रखना 3 का टेबल जस्ट रिमेंबर आपको याद आ जाएगा एंड इफ यू गो बाय दिस मेथड ना metallurgy it is not at all difficult. I don't know what is your lookout for metallurgy but मेरे लिए it is very difficult. Okay, next one. Oxides and nitrates, RATES. Oxides and nitrates of less reactive metals. You know na which are less reactive metals? Where they are present in the series? He, Ag, Au. Decompose to give metal. Decompose to give metals on being strongly heated. On being strongly heated. Okay, now here again oxide and nitrates. Underline करो oxide का तो आपको पता है MO. Nitrates formula nitro का formula क्या? What is formula for nitro? Nitro compounds. खाना नहीं दिया मम्मी जोर से बोला हार आने दो NO NO3 is for nitro nitrate. Okay, and nitro same or different? Nitro पूछ लो nitro आपने correct answer दिया है for nitrates. I am asking for nitro also. What is formula for nitro? Organic chemistry हो गया है ना आप लोगों का? Organic chemistry, chemistry of carbon compound. This topic is completed. Classification of organic compound हो गया है. अरे कुछ तो बोलो पापा. हो गया है. Carbon compounds हो गया है ना. Classification also. But that topic is completed. Okay, tell me in that classification part was there depending on structure and depending on the functional group. It was there ना. मैं फंक्शनल ग्रुप का मतलब मैं नहीं पूछने वाली क्लास ऑर्गेनिक में चला जाएगा. So for this one functional group classification nitro group was there. Nitro compounds ऐसा नाम रहेगा उसका nitro compound. So what is the representation for nitro group? नहीं पता. Okay, halogens. Halogen को कैसे रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं? हाँ halogen X होता है. Very good. Halogen का general representation it is X. Just like alkyl it is R. Alkyl group halogen is X. Right ना? बराबर है ना? Cyanides. Cyanides. CN. Alkanes. Alkanes. No representation. For alkenes, they are hydrocarbon and they too have representation. Alkenes. हाँ और स्ट्रक्चर में भी रिप्रेजेंटेशन. For alkane it is. अब वो मत मुझे ऐसा orally I can understand. मेरा फेस देखना है मुझे. CnH. Okay, for alkanes. This is a general formula. Right now, where alkane family start from n is equal to 1. Next is alkene with general formula CnH2n and family start with n is equal to 2. Right? Third one alkynes. -2. These three are the general formula for alkane, alkene, and alkyne. And when it's come to the structural thing, we represent alkane with carbon-carbon double bond, saturated compound. Alkane, carbon-carbon double bond, they are saturated compound. When alkene is double bond and representation, it will go in this way. C, double bond C. We are representing this particular thing. And for alkyne, it is carbon-carbon triple bond. Barabar na? So we can represent in this way. As such, they are only the hydrocarbon. They don't have any other different functional group. CH is present, but this skeleton, it will be there in that compound. If you are taking example from alkene family, ये आपको मिलेगा. It may be 1 or 2. Double bond may be 1 or 2. Similarly, alkyne, at least 1 triple bond will be there. एक तो रहेगा, एक से ज्यादा भी रह सकता है. But for alkane, carbon-carbon single bond. So if you see the tables of classification of organic compound with respect to functional group, you will find this. Okay, हम कहाँ पे start थे? Nitro group. Nitro group representation और क्या functional group? It is NO2. Sulfonic group. Formula बताओ फटाफट. Sulfonic group. Sulfonic. कुछ नहीं. SO3H. Right now it is SO3H present in detergent. Okay, चलो कोई तो आंसर आज दे रहा है. पता नहीं एक तो ऐसा. Anyways, nitrates NO3, nitro NO2. Okay, अभी इसमें हमने क्या लिखा है? What we have written here, oxide and nitrates of less reactive metal. मतलब lower वाले metals decomposes, means they get break into metals. मतलब again you will get the metal separated. This can be used if you have oxide or nitrites of this low reactivity metal. Right now only with heating you can separate it. उसके लिए कुछ अलग से it is not required to add any of the reducing agent. Only heating you have to carry out. Okay. So right now reaction आप कर लोगे complete. Without balancing, I am giving you Hg2. First reaction is Hg2, and second one, sorry, HgO. Sorry, HgO plus Ag. HgO is the first one, and second one is AgNO3. First one is HgO. ठीक से बैलेंस करो. And second one is AgNO3. Remember, you have to separate. You have to break this reactor and separate the metal part. अब ये कैसे करना है वो आप देखो. And on this arrow, make small triangle. Indicate that this is on heating. Metal we are separating from its oxide and nitrates. Balance the reaction. AgNO3. अच्छा मतलब कुछ देखो. Because completing. अब अभी है ना. See here you are confused whether it is 1 or 2. Check the products. Whatever formula you are writing it is correct. Main motto is to separate the metal from its oxides or nitrates. बराबर है? And meanwhile, you will balance that reaction. No imaginary product. If you are not sure, use pencil. Use pencil बोला तो पहले ही इसने पेन बंदे ने छोड़ दिया नीचे. ऐसे गिव अप करके नहीं चलने वाला. Write down metal first, which is metal there in that reaction. Separate it out. आपका हो गया बॉयज साइड. प्लीज आपस में डिस्कस मत करो. अटेंड नहीं शूट है सर मैंने तो पहले ही बोला था मेरा एंगल नहीं किसी को देखता से आई कैन नॉट अफोर्ड दैट ओके सो विद हो गया ना आप लोगों का बेटा हो गया था so, अगर नहीं हो गया तो बता दो द फर्स्ट वन इज विद ऑक्साइड HgO so the balance reaction take your pencil or different color pen with you balance reaction is 2HgO giving 2Hg plus O2 oxygen is formed oxygen gas oxygen is formed मतलब मेरा मतलब है oxygen gas form होगा second one 2AgNO3 giving on arrow put triangle giving 2Ag plus 2NO2 plus O2 लिखा है नाइट्रेट वाला गैस में नहीं कन्वर्ट it will again decline those to form NO2 and O2 gas. Understood now? So for balancing both of this reaction, we need pink level leaves. Then next right now, metals below copper do not rust easily. Do not rust, R-U-S-T, rust easily. Means they do not undergo corrosion. Okay? And this is the reason why they are used in the ornaments. Mercury is not used in the ornament. ये याद रखना. It is present in that list, but it is not used in ornament. Mention करके रख दो वहाँ पे in bracket ornaments excluding Hg. Then next. Since the reactivity series lists the metals in the decreasing order, of what's that decreasing order? Decreasing order of reactivity and electropositivity. Both things are there na decreasing order of electropositivity. अभी यहाँ पे बोला है कि it is in decreasing order of electropositivity. तो increasing order किसका रहेगा? Negativity का and combination it will be in that sequence only. वैसे कॉम्बिनेशन होगा ना पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव लेस रिएक्टिव लेस इलेक्ट्रोपॉजिटिव मोर इलेक्ट्रो नेगेटिव उस टाइप का कॉम्बिनेशन होगा पॉजिटिव विथ नेगेटिव कंप्लीट दिस पॉइंट सिंस द रिएक्टिविटी सीरीज list the metal in decreasing order of electropositivity it might be expected that now from here please underline the remaining part of the sentence those at the top will combine with put dash electronegative elements in their minerals. Okay, now you know which elements are present at the top. Okay, and they will combine with dash electronegatives. Okay, so options are more or less. Options girls, options are more or less. डैश के लिए ऑप्शन दिया है मैंने मोर और लेस यहाँ से तो आंसर मिल गया व्हाट अबाउट योर साइड मोर और लेस रिटेक सेंटेंस अगेन मोर श्योर पक्का ना बिकॉज एट टॉप वी हैव मोर इलेक्ट्रोपॉजिटिव कॉम्बिनेशन विल बी विथ मोर इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव अगर इफ यू आर टेकिंग लेस इलेक्ट्रोपॉजिटिव इट विल गो फॉर लेस इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव बट इट विल नॉट गो इन द रिवर्स सीक्वेंस समझ में आया Relation is direct, more to more, less to less. It is not inverse. एक बड़ा एक कम हो गया वैसे नहीं. क्या हो गया बराबर है ना? कुछ गलती हो गया है? नहीं गलती हो गया तो बता दो मुझे. Because simultaneously ना many things are going on here also. Done. लिख दिया आंसर वहाँ पे more. Then next one. For example, sodium and potassium occurs mainly as chlorides, aluminium. एक मिनट प्लीज सेकंड देखो. For example, sodium and potassium occurs mainly as the chlorides, aluminium. इसका मतलब कॉमा लगाओ. क्लोराइड्स के बाद में put comma. So if you have sodium and potassium, it will be present in which it will be in combination with chlorides. Okay, हमको तो पता है. We have NaCl, we have KCl. बराबर है ना? So this is that combination. Or what is the requirement of electron for this one? Chloride. Valency. But -1, only one electron is required. Example we have, that is NaCl. बराबर है ना? Where Na is giving, Cl is taking, very caring and sharing type of relation. Then aluminium as its oxides. Aluminium oxide वाला example is AlO3. AlO3. Then zinc, lead, copper, mercury and silver are found as sulfides. So three things are given together. You may have chloride combination, you may have oxide combination, you may have sulfide combination. Okay, now ये सब क्यों करना है? Metals with chloride, we need to separate in metallurgy, right? Metals with oxide, हमको metal separate करना है. Again, if metal is with sulfide, we have to separate. Okay, just tell me what time it is now. 7, 18, 19. तो कितना टाइम बचा है? 10 मिनट. अगर मैं नेक्स्ट पार्ट स्टार्ट करूं तो it will not be completed, right? So instead of writing, we will discuss the next part so that in next class जब कभी रहेगा, quickly we can write down explanation. Now the second part of this topic, it is an extraction of metals. Till now we have not started with the processes, different processes. It is only extraction of metal, which processes are taking place. उनके क्या क्या नाम रहेंगे, जो भी whatever reactions we are doing, that things are there. Now what is meaning of extraction of metals? What is meaning of this? Non-metals अभी कहाँ से आए? Metals from its ores. And what is meaning of ores? Ores का मतलब क्या है? Complex combination with. अभी हमने इतने सारे रिएक्टिविटी में so many things we have seen ना. मैंने आपको बार बार ऐसे ऐसे क्या क्या करके फिगर्स पता है, पता नहीं मुझे. तो इसका मीनिंग क्या होता है? Extraction, pores means metals may be present in the combined form, and this combined form along with the main metal, certain impure substances, impurity is also present, and we have to separate it in order to obtain the pure metal from its ore. Or it is a impure form. It contains either same impurity, it may contain oxide, it may contain sulfide, anything. हमको क्या करना है? Just we have to separate it. only metal we need. Under that, again a small line for this reactivity series is given that we will discuss later on. But at home, please make this table metal and metal over. Then the next thing is metallurgy. मेटालर्जी इसका आपको मीनिंग मालूम है? मेटालर्जी टॉपिक का नाम ही मेटालर्जी है. हाँ, क्या है मेटालर्जी का मीनिंग? सी हियर थ्री टर्म्स आर देयर. मेटालर्जी, mineral and matrix. Matrix, it is also known as gang. Three terms are there. नहीं वो बुक बंद करोगे अभी तो भी चले. We are not writing anything. We are just discussing. Next class is complete writing. इसका मीनिंग क्या है? मेटालर्जी जो आपने अभी एक्सट्रैक्शन ऑफ मेटल बोला है, ऑब्टेनिंग मेटल फ्रॉम इट्स कोर, that complete process it comes under metallurgy. Then minerals, मैंने भी आपको बताया था ना, metals they are not present in the pure state, they are in the different form, they contain certain impurities. So ये impurities कौन कौन से होने की possibilities है अभी तो बताया था मैंने. अर्थ में से वी आर गेटिंग इट ना, तो क्या क्या हो सकता है? अर्थ में से इम्प्योरिटी है ना, तो क्या क्या हो सकता है? सल्फाइड हो सकता है. और क्या हो सकता है? और क्या हो सकता है? डर्ट हो सकता है, राइट. और क्या हो सकता है? पॉसिबिलिटीज और भी कुछ. स्टिल वन मोर क्लास आई हैव टू टेक. आपको देखते हुए मुझे भी लिख रहा है. और क्या हो सकता है? बस इतना ही. तो देखा है ना हमने, वी हैव डन डिकम्पोजिशन ऑफ मेनी थिंग्स. Metal we have separated in those reactions. याद आया? Oxides, sulfides and nitrates. Along with that, as we are obtaining it from the earth crust, it may contain sand, it may contain dirt particles, right now. So when we are saying mineral which is obtained from the earth, these all are the possible. Coming to the next point. Next point is a gang or matrix. What is the meaning of this? Last benchers. Gang particles. Matrix. It is written there on roof. Close your book. Textbook answer we are not discussing. Close your book. Gang or matrix. अच्छा मुझे एक चीज बताओ, गैंग हम जब बोलते हैं नॉर्मल कॉमन लोकल, हाँ, तो इट इज अ ग्रुप ऑफ गुड पीपल. यहाँ पे भी हियर आल्सो वी आर यूजिंग द, व्हाट डू यू थिंक? only the things which, only the metal that we have to extract, it is present in gang. Yes. So अगर आप ऐसे बोले तो ये हमारा लोकल वाला गैंग भी वो तो सिर्फ अच्छे लोगों का होना चाहिए था. बराबर है ना? Yes or no? Normally for what we are using that term gang, we all are aware. उसको ज्यादा explanation नहीं देना चाहिए हमको. नहीं बेटा, सुनो यहाँ पे. This class is of I think 20 to 25 students. यहाँ पे 20 to 25 students. ओके, आपको देख के अगर मैं ऐसे करके कुछ बोलूं, ऐसे देख लिया one look. If I start something with her, even it is of not applicable for you, how you will feel it? Understood? अगर आपको बोलना है openly talk. If you want to smile, laugh, open. Don't put any bad impression. This is only because Remember, मैं आपको इसीलिए बोल रही हूँ कि after a certain time period you will be facing some people at higher post, boy student or even the girl student. आपको इंटरव्यू फेस करना है. The moment when you open your mouth, अंदर वाला पर्सन क्या है, it will come out. Understood now? So be careful with all of your activities. This is only the molding age where you can mold yourself. Once you cross these 2-3 years now, you will not have control on your complete build up what you have doing right now. Okay, so whatever you want to speak, be open to your thought. ऐसे सामने पब्लिक के सामने open to your thought मैम ने बोला तो कुछ भी बोलना है? No. Be careful with each and every activity. Okay? ऐसा करके next time कभी बात नहीं करना किसी से. जैसे आपने इससे पहले भी बात किया था, you said I was discussing, I was telling, I was explaining. Okay, but that time your hand was not like this. Be careful next time. अच्छा हम गैंग पे आते हैं. So gang, local वाला gang. Okay, all gangsters are there. All impurity is there. Unwanted material is there. Correct? Right? Similarly, this gang, it is nothing but the impurity or the unwanted material which is present with our mineral and we need to sell. Understood? Abhi gang is a people, a group of good people. याद रहेगा ना? हाँ, चलो. The next thing, steps involved in the extraction of metals. So here many steps are given. First is a ore. What is meaning of this? Ore, crushing and grinding, concentration, roasting and calcification, reduction, again reduction, big circle on reduction, okay? Refining and pure. Ore matlab kya? From where we will get ore? Nature में से. So when you are getting ore in the form of mineral, it is not free, it is contaminated with either oxide or sulfide, nitrate, other foreign particles, right? हमको क्या चाहिए? We need only the metal. हमको gangster नहीं चाहिए. In order to separate good from the bad, many different steps we have to carry out. In this, the after ore extraction, the next step is crushing and grind. Now, these are our normal terms which we are using in our day-to-day life. Crushing and grind. क्या है difference दोनों में? Crushing and grinding. Okay. Crushing and grinding. यही है ना difference. Grate करते हैं हम. Some vegetable we used to grate. Crushing करते हैं हम लोग. We are doing crushing. No. Boys. Kitchen किसी को पसंद है? Cooking वगैरह no. Only eating. Very good. Let mother complete all the work. Crushing and grinding. Okay. Juice बनाते हैं ना? Juice बनाते हैं. उसमें crushing करते हैं कि grinding करते हैं? Crushing करते हैं when we are preparing juice fruit juices. It is crushing or grinding. So we are doing crushing. Big size we are making small size. Finally more fine. ज़्यादा उसको crush करना है so that you can obtain the juice. Right now, so crushing, large size particle, they are crushed, they are broken into small size. And grinding, still smaller. It will be similar to our grating, which we are doing with some character. Right now, then next is a concentration. Concentration. Concentration, वो वाला concentration नहीं. This is not that concentration. कौन सा concentration रहेगा ये? Concentration. If you have 1 liter of milk, उसको boil करने छोड़ दिया. Okay? 1 घंटा हो गया और 1 घंटा हो गया. At the end, before that utensil become completely brown, black. Okay? Before that particular state, hardly 1 or half of the cup of milk will be left in that utensil. So from 1 liter, 1000 ml, we are reducing it to maybe 50 ml. ऐसा भी होता है, 1 चम्मच में भी नहीं आता. It is also possible. मैंने क्या बोला है, वो बर्तन ब्लैक होने से पहले. So we are reducing the volume. जो particles, those who are away from each other, we are bringing them together. We are condensing it. बराबर है ना? It will become more thicker. It will become more rich. So we are condensing it. That process, it is known as concentration. Okay. Now you all concentrate on all this point which we have done. What is your activity before going to the bed? Write it. You don't check it today only. तो ऐसा हो जाएगा, अरे कुछ भी लिखने नहीं आया, नींद नहीं आएगा पूरा रात भर, और फिर नेक्स्ट डे आपको फिर भी जाना है. So don't check. Just write it down. Tomorrow you can check. Okay. All the best for your week. Okay, no issue. Whatever. Nine in the sense, last time you were not here, na? Recap I have already taken and same thing. Again, with बहुत college sheet we will complete by now. Last benchers, I think phone is not allowed. And next time come on time. You will not sit on the last bench. Make sure that both of you are sitting here somewhere in front of my eyes. अगर पीछे गए तो out.
मैडम इसको बोले थी मोबाइल किसके पास दो मोबाइल Yeah.